What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Iron Mike Tyson and Anthony Joshua. Get this, Mike Tyson optimistically tells Anthony Joshua how to be the best again. Mike Tyson has weighed in on some advice for Anthony Joshua ahead of his return to the ring in just over a few months' time. Joshua will, of course, take on Jermaine Franklin at the O2. In an interview with ID Boxing, Tyson was full of praise for AJ and implored him to be as active as possible to become the best again. He says, quote, he has a lot of talent and shouldn't get discouraged. He only loses when he quits. When you quit, all the doors of opportunities close. Don't get discouraged when you lose. You just made $30 million. Don't forget that. The more you lay off, the worse you get. To be the best, you have to fight constantly and do it more and more. Those are the words of Mike Tyson, and let me counterpunch. Listen, Mike Tyson is a lot of things. You like Mike, love Mike, hate Mike, despise Mike, or praise Mike. Mike is one thing that people can't say anything else about. He is not a hater. He's a participator. You know, Mike is a guy that likes to inspire others. He's a guy that, first of all, likes to display and express his own faults as a fighter. You can learn a lot from someone that's already been there. If you want to learn something from someone that's already been there. Mike Tyson has been where Anthony Joshua is. And see, both of those guys have a lot in common. They are both superstars. You know, Mike Tyson was renowned, the biggest superstar in the sport. Regardless if he lost to Evander Holyfield or not, Mike Tyson will always be more popular than Evander Holyfield. That's just a fact. That's just the way it is. Some people have it, some people don't. Anthony Joshua does. And what he's telling Anthony Joshua is something that's going to help him, not hurt him, not criticize him, only critiquing him. There's a difference. Okay, criticizing and critiquing is two different things. Maybe people think of it like stench and smell. Okay, but I would prefer smell. But what Mike Tyson said about Anthony Joshua smells good, because he does need to be consistent. Okay, you know, that one fight in 2020, you know, and then another fight in 2021, then another one in 2022. He needs to break that, first of all. He does need about 3 fights this year. And he needs to fight some good opposition. Jermaine Franklin is a pretty decent guy to test, because he showed how valuable he was to himself and other people that thought he would fall to Dillian White, okay? So Anthony taking on him, that's the first step. But yes, he does need to be consistent. And see, understand why Anthony Joshua has mad respect for Mike Tyson, because Mike Tyson has mad respect for other people and other fighters. He doesn't say what they could have done, and I don't like this, something like Lennox Lewis done to Anthony Joshua. That's why Anthony Joshua, in fact, called him a clown eventually. Okay, there's a way you do things. And I do understand why Anthony Joshua said that. Kind of harsh, but at the same time, you want to praise the fighters ahead of you. Don't talk a bunch of shit, and then when that fighter gets mad, then you say, oh, I don't know what he's talking about. Of course you do. Then say a bunch of damaged PR stuff, cap. Oh, he can talk to me anytime. Well, you could have talked to him at any time and called him personally, and besides publicly say, oh, I think a split, and you never took a split with Evander Holyfield, so why the fuck would you expect somebody else to take a split? Off topic, but saying all that to say this. Lift these younger fighters up to fight. In the heavyweight division, we have a lot of pretenders. Okay, we've noticed that by now. A lot of people pretend that they're the best, but they don't want to test. Okay, Anthony Joshua has fought the best guys that he possibly could. He fell short a couple times. There was one man that still wants to prove that he's the best, but at least he took the challenge. Okay, so the best thing for Anthony Joshua is to keep moving forward, because he's still a young guy and he can still do wonders in the sport, and you know he's going to make millions of dollars, but more importantly, he can prove to himself that he's one of the best in this era. Okay, so that's what he does need to focus on, and I think Mike Tyson showed him exactly how to do it. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Mike Tyson giving some optimism and some praise to Anthony Joshua and some good advice, I might add. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!